There we go.
We good?
I think so, yes. Now it seems to be connecting.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, it says you're live. And yes. Hello, everyone. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so...
Okay, we're good.
Okay, yes. Sorry about that. Mid-stream, then stopped, then stream. Brief technical issue. It was weird. Stream chat wasn't loading, so...
if there's like a brief 3-second stream that exists in the world, yeah, don't mind that. Literally nothing happened.
Don't worry. I think Doug had like a 4-second stream because I was like, if I burp, the stream ends. And he was in his intro and then burped.
That would be neat, really. If Angel burps, the stream ends, it wouldn't last for very long, I'm sure.
No, it would not. Alright, so...
Good.
Case and point.
Okay, here's the thing. You're not going to believe me. I don't think you are. But I did not do that on purpose.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, don't you?
Anyways, we are here, and we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Control.
Yes.
And to do that, we are going to be starting the second DLC, which I don't remember the name, but it involves Alan Wake.
I think it's just called AWE.
Maybe.
Oh, hi, buddy.
There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Phaeton sensed a drowning man.
Uh-oh.
Hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
All right. Well, we certainly jump right into that.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, this is the board. Okay.
Yeah. Another crisis / workday resolved.
Yeah.
But scrutiny is not permitted / enjoyed. Tell the sidekick Pope / Snoop to leave.
Aw.
Please / immediately. Before it is time to begin / become the next task / chapter / stage.
I'll be with you soon, Jesse / Dylan Faden.
I wonder if
Don't do that.
I wonder if they're talking about Alan, you know, because like interloper or someone who's not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Oh. He has his own hotline.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star,
Polaris.
the previous director. She was the perfect receiver.
Mm-hmm.
As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission.
Okay.
It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark.
Uh-oh.
Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting.
Yeah, there is a lot of
She knew
similarities
that
between the
desperate
two.
acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Okay, this is so twitchy, it's a little uncomfortable.
Well, it's Alan, and this is before.
Check this out.
This is 4 years before Alan Wake 2.
Yeah! Investigation. Poke it.
Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. I don't
Watermelon.
want to sneeze on your finger.
Say watermelon.
Watermelon.
Did it help?
Oh, the lights were off and they flicked back on.
Are we having a moment? But the, that's what they said on the page, but the button for investigation sector is already there. Oh, hello.
Welcome.
Hello?
Hello.
Anyone here?
If Ati shows up here, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
Not.
Ooh. Oh, missing agents. Here we go. Oh, 2017, so this is a couple years ago. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Charles Murray, and Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and only the hard copies of the reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Oh.
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I think it is mentioned later, but the fire break that you can see on the map down here,
Yeah.
it's been sealed for quite a while because they had to abandon the entire sector.
The rest of the bureau.
Of course. Oh, what we got here? Okay. Alright. Per the authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation D0845 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding the inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all personnel files related to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing in order to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research.
Sounds like the research that the old director was trying to do against Darling,
Yeah.
but he couldn't get to they couldn't get to the dimensional research sector.
Honestly, until they mentioned like the non-human para-utilitarian, I was so sure that was going to refer to Dylan.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, it's referring to Polaris, I think.
Okay. Mr. Dennis. Dennis? Yeah. Can we? Yeah, here. Where's the enter? Hey.
What do you...
That.
Oh.
Remember? We did this and we're like, seriously? A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all of our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the interagency information exchange agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sound familiar? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing the name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy, Special Investigator Gleason. Also, excuse me.
Yeah, so that's referencing the Alex Casey we come to meet in Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of an existential crisis. Absolutely your fault.
Mr. Kirtland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to a target AWE like you asked. I'm sending a report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman/Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them there. Even the records, it's possible they've switched teams like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the files correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when they get back. In the meantime, you should send out a team here to coordinate the place off and maybe get a comms guy working on a cover story.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're having a great time here. We're about to have a whole bunch of Mind Screw existential crisis stuff, aren't we?
Yep. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation P1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program by FBC Control, or Federal Bureau of Control. Yeah. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blank were brought to the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and resulted in a traumatic blank of peri-utilitarian inclined blank. Not only is this a breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blanked the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be blank immediately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole Prime Candidate Program, definitely not above board.
Yeah, considering what actually happened with Dylan, I'm not terribly surprised. Ooh, Bureau Tractor. Item is not in Bureau custody, none known. It's a Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses, or growls, and unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Bureau, owner of Bureau Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Oh, that's fun. Local authorities arrived on the scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Bureau beneath his tractor. Police arrived but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to the federal authorities were intercepted by the Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Bureau only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Bureau earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. This is not the point at all, but I actually did not know there was a place called Trenton, Texas. I only think it's Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, that's fun. Even though it just depicted, even though the thing just talked about, like, you know, a angry bear-like tractor that may or may not have killed somebody, that's not why I was like, oh, that's interesting. It was about the Texas. My God, there's a lot of files around here.
It's the investigation sector. You would expect a lot of files to be here.
How that gate should open.
Let me rephrase it. There's a lot of files that we can pick up and read.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
What have we got here? Tractor supplement. Alright, note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Bureau. Alright, male Caucasian, 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Alright, blunt force injuries to the head, lacerations left cheek and ear, blunt force injuries to the extremities, dislocation right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus, extensive trauma abdominal region, complete avulsion of multiple organs including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine which were all missing from the scene. Conclusion, it's my opinion that Mr. Bureau's death is not the result of a mechanical accident as claimed by the authorities. The removal of the organs is consistent with an animal attack.
So the tractor really was kind of a bear.
Oh my God. It's like what happens when a bear, oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as the head of investigations at the Federal Bureau of Control. This must be Darling.
It's really recent too.
Yeah, but that has to be Darling. Oh, no, that's investigation.
No,
Sorry, that's research. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. So they must have been doing all the investigation stuff on this side of the fire break after everything went, well,
Haywire?
completely screwy, I was going to say, but yeah.
That was Kirkland, that was someone who we had, a lot of the stuff just referenced him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Mr. Dennis, so yes, there is an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. On another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson.
But there you can see they mentioned Hartman, so Hartman's here.
We're gonna have him. Or at least he's been investigated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, there's so many battles. There we go. Cauldron Lake update. Ooh. To Chief Investigator Dennis, it happened again, third time this year. Certainly, something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complained about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got Bureau Tech going to the site next week to take a look.
So we know what it is.
David!
Yes, the people messing with the monitoring station. And this is like 4 years before Outbreak 2. So they've been messing with it for years.
Mm-hmm. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House research stations. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Blank Lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with the investigations agents. If it's only a matter of time before Blank hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, we'll tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might investigate some raccoon traps sincerely. Oh, that's Agent Estevez. That's it. That's Kieran. Yeah.
Oh, but that actually says that she didn't know what they were doing at the lake house because they weren't sharing the data. That actually just makes me even more curious for the Alan Wake 2 DLC that is named the Lake House, because honestly, I'm starting to get suspicious of that place.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Just between like the pages and everything else.
Can we go back to that document? I want to see if there's a date on it. Because the way she's talking and sending a tech out there next week almost sounds like she filed that like immediately before Alan Wake 2. But that really couldn't. But wait, that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It doesn't have a date.
No date. And this still takes place, as far as we know, in 2019. So it wouldn't be that way. All right. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill
has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding exclusion to the mold threshold.
No, nothing's gonna kill the mood faster than needing to sign a relationship clearance form at your place of work.
Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into blank of directors Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed in director Trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Dr. Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank has anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank, and the fitness to lead is not in question. Oh, how wrong you are.
Yeah.
Oh, look, spaceship helmet. We'll have to come back for that later.
Okay.
I'm not going to specify why.
And you're not going to shoot it now. Oh, Kirkland, I grow tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on a certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Uh-oh. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You're both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You're choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, director of FBC. The "you are a worm" and "the truth will come out of you" have been part of the things that the Hiss keep talking about.
So it's definitely already starting to affect him, because like they said, it took years for it to really, overcome him.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're having a great time. Oh my god, there's even more. Excuse me.
The purpose of Internal Investigation X0397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SL1 that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggression. Cross-referencing the data with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1, the air filters were changed, and 2, an hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation.
Oh.
So she actually got into the building to be
she
brought in
did.
and interviewed. Given their connection to the same AWE, it is likely that Miss Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. An investigation is ongoing.
Oh, a specimen escape. So that whole thing that they were talking about, this is Hartman.
Yes, and Alice's appearance at the bureau triggered Hartman's breakouts.
My guess is, what was I gonna say? If she came, it's probably because someone invited her to show up, or someone led her to the building.
Or she was still looking into the whole memory thing that she couldn't remember about the
True, but if she made it but she had to have either been told where the building was, or that it existed. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to get in.
I'm no
Because
detective, but something definitely happened here.
Well, I mean, look, the entire thing is cordoned off, and oh god, they even barricaded it.
yeah,
It's like the fire breaks are massive and huge. Why would you need additional barricades?
I have to admit that police tape is probably doing nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Blessed Organization. This group/individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of the past cases have found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization.
And it's not even mentioning the whole radio
Yeah.
thing where they sensed the crock pot that disintegrated the producer of the.
Yeah, the fondue set.
Yeah.
And so, which says that must have happened even more
Do we
recently.
know each other?
Uh-oh.
This feels familiar.
The door's open.
Oh, the
I
door!
can't seem to.
Oh, wait. Oh, here we
I've
go.
forgotten that. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
Oh my god. Oh! Hey! Is that Thomas?
Who are you?
Or Scratch? Oh, this feels like Scratch. I don't like this.
Who are you?
Okay.
Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
he's
just
not.
a role, a character, the
Oh.
protagonist I played in my old film.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a filmmaker, an auteur like yourself.
This is more than seeing what we see in
Working on this
2.
together, remember?
Yeah.
An artistic collaboration.
Oh no. It's like he's got like a duality thing going
You
on.
need a drink.
Like Scratch or something. Oh. Jasper!
I don't remember that.
Oh my god.
Keep this.
Keep it. Okay. This is so weird. Careful, buddy.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing.
You found a way.
No. I don't.
Oh.
Wait. There's something.
Why are you like this, Tom? Please
It's not
relax.
He's out there.
Scratch, he's thinking
I
that's
see
good.
it.
Nothing to worry about.
A lot to worry
I'm
about.
dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You fed him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
You know that Scratch, I mean, by this point, Scratch has got to be in Alan's head by now, right?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, time works weird in the dark place. Meanwhile,
Yeah, but meanwhile, this door was
Alan
open.
Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
he's having a problem. He's having
Also,
it's nighttime.
Thomas Zane was with him. The poet.
Yeah.
No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
No, you don't, honey. Like, how does this happen to you? Why is it nighttime? Oh, that echoes. That's new. It didn't do that before. I don't like this. Okay, I have to admit, not that this place wasn't creepy before, but it's so much creepier now. In the nighttime.
yeah.
I mean, all in all, you know, this place has been creepy, but for the most part, not harmful. Even kind of benevolent. What keeps... Like, something keeps messing with the frequency of something. You know, like the radio turns on, the TV turns on. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh. Ah!
Yeah, but this place is so much creepier than